racing off of turn number 4.
Time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing!
And as you can probably tell, as a 29-year-old man, this is the first time I've ever worn a real suit, and I decided to commemorate the night with the worst necktie that was ever created. I'm Chase Rodman, by the way.
And I am Tony Laporta, and I just want to apologize to all of you ahead of time for not being allowed to wear a hat here tonight.
It is certainly a travesty. Before we hear from all of our 16 drivers here tonight, we have a couple of very important people to come up here and talk to first. So with that being said...
Whoa. We got other stuff to talk about.
Am I getting ahead?
Little bit.
Oh.
We've had a great season of high limit racing here in 2024. We got some figures to tell people about.
Oh, yeah, tell us.
I will. More than 500 questions this year in our short 9 months of racing. Although I don't know if you can call 9 months of racing a short period of time. More than 500 questions by fans were submitted this year to be the Butler-Built Professional Seat Systems Hot Seat Question of the Night. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? High Limit Racing this season did a lot to involve the fans. I think all of you in this room probably saw that and experienced that. One really cool idea that I think, Chase, you and Kyle Larson sort of put your heads together and came up with was the driver playlists in 2024. The High Rollers playlists on Spotify, that link to the playlist with all of your guys' songs that we put together this year, that link was clicked on 11,400 different times in 2024. And songs from that playlist were downloaded 3,400 times. You guys have great taste in music. Give yourself a round of applause.
Don't tell the fans.
Yeah, do not tell the fans. They think all of you just have the worst songs ever. And last, and maybe most important of all, the Kubota High Limit Racing Series this season, all thanks to our angel donor, who, by the way, let's give them a big round of applause because they're in the room with us here tonight. Thanks to that angel donor and the victories of you drivers out there who were full-timers in 2024, this series was able to raise and donate over $80,000 to charities in 2024.
Tonight, we celebrate the first ever National High Limit Racing season. We are so much looking forward to all the drivers coming up here and reminiscing on their seasons. But before we do hear from those 16 drivers, we do have some very important people to get to here before we hear from them. So with that being said, we would like to welcome up to the stage a very important guy, one of our executives at High Limit Racing, Chief Operating Officer with Kubota High Limit Racing. It is JP as we all know him, but Josh Peterman.
Love you guys. Let's give a round of applause for Tony and Chase. These guys have been amazing all year. They elevate our sport, the audience, the entertainment. They've been great. But wow, I cannot believe how quickly this season has gone by. In just 2 years, we have transitioned from 12 races to now 50 plus, with being in 19 different states. And to have 16 full-time drivers, I think, is pretty impressive. So I just thank you all for the support throughout the season. I'm honored to stand here representing Kyle and Brad. Their passion for dirt racing runs deep. It's rooted in family values. From day one, their vision has been to give back to the sport they love so much. With their competitive drive and obsession for racing, I feel like the future of sprint car racing is in good hands. But we're here tonight to celebrate the remarkable season and all the hard work and sacrifices made by each and every one of you. From the entire High Limit organization, I'd like to thank all the owners, drivers, crew members, sponsors, tracks, fans, even got to show love to the merch girls and guys for all the support. We are extremely grateful, we are honored, and we don't take that lightly. So thank you all. But I'd like everyone to just take a second and acknowledge yourselves. What you guys accomplished this year isn't easy. The constant grind on the road, away from your families, facing adversity, it's unlike any other industry, and tonight this is all about you. So that's me to you guys. I'd like to congratulate Brad, Casey, the whole number 49 KKR team for a remarkable season and a championship. A lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you guys just prove why you're the best in the business. So congratulations to you all. To our High Limit staff, the loudest in the room. For those that are present, for the ones that began the season with us, thank you for all your hard work. I am a firm believer to have a successful business, it starts with people. And we at High Limit have the best in the business. So thank you all. I know she's in here somewhere, but I got to give a quick shout out to Kendra Jacobs. You're a rock star. Everything you guys see here tonight, this was put on by her. So thank you, Kendra. But another big component of why we are here and the reason High Limit exists is the partnership with FloRacing. Their commitment to growing grassroots racing is incredible. They share the same passion for all forms of motorsports that align perfectly with our vision. The resources and support they provide are invaluable to our industry, and it's something we should all be extremely thankful for. So thank you for everything you guys do for the sport of sprint car racing and grassroots racing alone. But everybody in this room plays an important role in the success of High Limit racing. You all are family. We are a family. I truly believe sprint car racing is in a great place right now, maybe the healthiest it's ever been. But in order to keep that momentum going, we all have to buy into this. We all have to build each other up and not tear each other down. So from the bottom of my heart, you guys are family. We love you all. So thank you for the support and just night in and night out, just giving it everything you guys have, because I know it is not easy. So thank you all. But in closing, I would love to stay and celebrate with you all. I know some of you may already know this, but I have a flight to catch. I'm getting married this week. Yes, finally growing up. But on behalf of High Limit Racing, I hope to see everybody back again next year. I hope everybody has a great off season. Get your rest, enjoy the holidays, and just thank you guys. It really means a lot to see this. It really hits home from where we started to where we are, and I think we're just getting started. So thank you all, and I appreciate it. And now I'm pleased to turn it over to the man himself, the CEO of Flow Sports, Mr. Mark Floriani.
Let's give it up for JP. He's getting married on Wednesday. Hi, I'm Mark Floriani. I am the co-founder and CEO of Flow Sports. I'm on the board of High Limits, But more importantly, I'm the husband of my beautiful wife, Zaza. And I'm the dad of my 3 kids, Gigi, Junie, and Rocco. We definitely went with the most mafia name ever, Rocco Floriani, you know. And Gigi gets nervous when I give speeches, so I'm gonna be okay, Gigi. Thank you. Brad and Kyle came to Flow over a year ago talking about high limit, and what got us excited was how they wanted to grow the sport and their passion to build something better than the status quo. The mission and passion resonated with us and me personally to grow the sport. At Flow, our mission is to grow our sports every day. And the passion reminded me of how we started Flow 18 years ago. If you will get a little history lesson, 18 years ago we started Flow. I started with my brother and 3 other guys. I ran track at the University of Texas. My brother was a wrestler at Cal Poly, and we believed that there were these sports, not the big 4, that we could create a media company that could grow these sports. No one really believed in us or the idea, but I convinced one of my track teammates to give us $10,000. We bought a van, and then we started to live out of our van when we started Flow Sports. We drove across the country, filming athletes, filming workouts, posting it online. But when we left, I remember when we left our driveway, I said there are 2 rules. We never turn down a free meal, and we never turn down a place to stay. And we got really good at getting people to offer free meals and a place to stay. When you live in a creepy van, you know. So we would inevitably go film an athlete, film an event organizer, film a workout, and when we're picking up the camera and doing all those things, people are just being nice. They're like, "Oh, where are you staying?" Like normal people do. And we'd say, "Oh, you see that creepy van over there? We're gonna stay in that van down by the river." And they'd be like, "Oh, we got a couch. We got a place to stay. Do you wanna stay here?" And before they finished the sentence, we were already getting our bags. Yes, we're gonna stay here. And even though we were broke, we believed that we were gonna build a sports media company that would grow these sports. And we were super passionate. And when I see Brad, when he came to us, and every day when he calls me, I feel that passion. And that's why we believed in high limits, right? And the passion that Brad has and the whole high limit team is the same passion that we had when we started Flow to grow the sport. And the mission's the same, is how are we gonna make this sport better? How are we gonna grow it? How are we gonna grow the pie? All of this was what I thought Brad's motivation was, until recently I was working really, really hard, scrolling on Twitter, and I saw a high limit tweet saying, "Hey, Brad had won the season series," and I got to read this. And then I saw Derek B. tweet at his handle at @mi_sprints tweets, "Brad Sweet knew he couldn't win the World of Outlaw title again, so he started another series so he could be champion again." And I'm like, oh shit. Is this what it's about? And then it keeps going, "Oh, and high limit favors him. Brad, have I been punked? Is this whole thing just so you can win another title?" And then I see this. I'm like, oh my God, it's about Brad. No, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, Brad's passion to make the series better every day is undeniable. Brad, thank you for your passion, your late night calls, the emails. I know that you're trying to build this sport, so let's give it up for Brad. Tonight is a night of celebration, and thanks to a great first season, it could not have been such a success with all the tireless efforts of the High Limit team, JP, Kendra, Rod, Kyle, Deb, the accountant, and the whole team. Also, talk about the production team, the play-by-play, the on track. Let's give it up for them. Tyler, Chet, Tony, Chase. Also the sponsors, right? We need the sponsors. We appreciate the sponsors. Every day we're trying to make sure that it's you're getting a return on your investment. Obviously, Kubota for believing in High Limit, and before there was even a series, putting their money where their mouth is. And then also all the sponsors that sponsor High Limit, but then the teams and the drivers. The tracks that believed in High Limit and allowed us to race there. The drivers, thanks for your support. I know that it was not easy to jump on board here and believe in the vision that Brad had. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for the drivers. All the crew members, it's a lot of work. We really appreciate it. The drivers are nothing without the crew members. Thank you so much. The team owners, again, even at a bigger risk, coming over to High Limit, what was comfortable, this is not comfortable, especially when you don't know what's going to happen. We really appreciate you. Every day, Flo, High Limit, Brad, we're all trying to figure out how we make this better for you. We do not want this to be a passion project. We want this to be a profession. We want people to make a profit on this, and we're working very hard. We're going to continue to push. We're going to continue to try to go to the audience, make sure that you have the data so you can get more sponsors. We want you to make money on this. And then we're going to build this charter system so you have an asset that is something that you own, and hopefully, a couple years from now, it's worth tens of millions of dollars. That's what we're trying to do, is make sure that this is a profitable enterprise for all of you. So thank you very much for coming on board. And then all the families who support the teams, the wives, the girlfriends, the kids, the parents. Life as a race car driver is hard, but in a lot of ways it's harder for the family. So thank you for all of your support. And then lastly, we want to say thank you to the fans. It's important. Without the fans, we are nothing. And we all have to think about, in track and field, there's 8 lanes in a track, and I always say we can't build the sport for inside lane 8, and so for motorsports and sprint car racing, we can't build the sport for inside the fence. We got to build it for outside, and we got to think about that every day. How do we make a better product? How do we make it so it's more exciting, more dramatic, maybe more fights? Can you guys do that? Viral moments, come on. And so we're continuing to push. We're thinking about it every day, continuing to push, trying to make a better product. We're super excited for season 2 of High Limits. A dirt season 2 is going to come out beforehand, so we're super excited to build High Limit and the next season. So thank you very much. Let's have fun. I don't think I'm supposed to introduce anyone, am I?
No, you're not. You're good.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. One more time, Mark Floriani does a lot for our series. We appreciate him very, very much. We would not be here without him. Now, before we get into our 16 drivers and where they finished at in the championship standings, we have one award that we want to get to first right off the bat. And this is an award that might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but the prize at the end of it, for some reason, the drivers that were involved, they really, really wanted it. And so it's an award that, like I said, they've been eyeing all season long. It goes to the driver that sets the most fastest laps during the A-mains throughout the 51 race season. Now, you might be wondering what that award is. And I am curious as to how they are actually going to get the award back to wherever they live, because this is going to take some effort. The award is actually the Jake's golf cart that we drove around all season long with High Limit Racing for the staff and all that stuff. And so now they might have to drive it back home. I'm not sure, back of the pickup truck or whatever. But I'll tell you what, the two guys that were involved in this award down the stretch, that's all they thought about. I think the one guy that finished second in points wanted the golf cart more than he wanted to finish second in points. So the winner of the Jake's custom golf cart with the most fastest laps in the A-Main this year is Sunshine, Tyler Courtney.
Well, and Chase, before Tyler gets up here, I think we should remind people that that was the golf cart we as a staff beat the ever-living hell out of this summer.
Last night, I actually gave it one last good run.
Yeah.
I did.
I bet you've said that before.
Yeah.
And so, Tyler, congrats on the golf cart. How about a round of applause for Sunshine, ladies and gentlemen?
It was between himself and Corey Day. Tyler Courtney comes out on top. Tyler, your mic's over there, man, and your golf cart's waiting out front.
Yeah, man, Chase, you must have set this up for you. But, I was giving the high limit officials a hard time about really wanting the golf cart and what the tiebreaker was going to come down to, because I feel like me and Corey were a little off this weekend at Texas, so I knew we probably weren't going to get the fastest lap of the race unless we dropped to the back and just give ourselves a gap to try and get a good lap. So, it's just awesome. Thank you to Steve with Jake's for putting this up for us, and excited to, I'll probably use it at the Knoxville Nationals next year with a little orange flag behind it and drive around town.
Tyler, congrats. All right, be easy on that thing. We weren't. All right, I'm going to turn this mic off so we're not getting an echo here. No one here wants to hear me twice. All right, so we're going to have a couple special awards like that throughout the night. We're going to go through our 16 high rollers this season, and then kind of intermittently through the top 16 point earners, we're going to also hand out cool awards like that. So stick with us. We're going to try and move through this nice and quickly for everybody. All right, we'll begin now with our full-time competitors, our high rollers championship final positions at the year-end standings. Our 16th place finisher this season made the jump from regional racing after winning the 2023 IRA Championship. The 18-year-old from right here in the great state of Texas joined High Limit with the goals of learning more and strengthening his skills in 410 winged sprint car racing. With the tall task in front of him and his team of toughing out the grind of their first ever national sprint car tour, this driver, night in and night out, showcased his commitment and determination by showing up every night of racing with a smile on his face and a friendly attitude. It's for this reason our 16th place finisher is also the winner of the Racing Electronics Commitment Award here in 2024. That award hooks him up with a free set of custom ear molds as well as a brand new Race Seaver Pro from Racing Electronics, a value of $300, thanks to Racing Electronics. Folks, at this time, let's meet our 16th place finishing driver and team.
Next up is the driver from Lubbock, Texas. It's the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technologies, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Truck Accessory Shop, TruckParts.com, number 1, Brenham Crouch.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the stage the 16th place point earner with Kubota High Limit Racing in 2024 out of Lubbock, Texas, from Crouch Motorsports, the driver of the one, Brenham Crouch. Brenham with the suit and collared shirt, his brother Breckton also matching that look identically. Chase and I were going to match identically. No, we weren't.
Check. I got too much hair, Tony. We can't match.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about it? Brenham Crouch.
Man, this thing really is set up for Chase. Nobody really wants to walk up on the stage first.
But, you know, like Tony said, we came into this season shooting to learn and persevere through this year and learn some of the mental skills as well as the physical skills of National Tour racing. And, you know, I couldn't do it without all our great sponsors and, you know, my car owner as well as my dad. And, you know, Lindsay, she keeps the whole team together. And, you know, my guys, Austin, Rizzy, and Brad, and everybody really that just makes this possible. You know, it's a dream come true just to go run these 52 odd races, I think it was, and, you know, get the experience. And hopefully I'm not done yet. You know, I'm not sure what opportunities I have in store, but, you know, we'll keep grinding, and I'm sure we've got more left in the tank. So, you know, thanks to High Limit as well for this amazing schedule, and, you know, everybody involved has made this a very enjoyable year.
Mike Hess up here to present the awards to our drivers, as we will now move on to our 15th place points finisher. 2024 brought a new challenge to the former USAC Triple Crown champion. Teaming up with Tony Vermeer and Vermeer Motorsports to go on a national Wing 410 Sprint Car Tour was a big leap for both team and driver. Throughout the 51 race season, there were some highlights, including a podium finish during the Gold Cup Race of Champions, as well as leading 20 laps of the Dean Nittle Memorial at the Portsmouth Raceway Park, ended up finishing in the 3rd position. Let's now introduce you to our 15th place points finisher in 2024.
From Canton, Illinois, the NOS Energy Drink, Zip-Ons, VK Concrete, Logan Contractor Supply, Elliott's Custom Trailers, number 55, Chris Wyndham.
With 3 top 5s, 10 top 10s on the year, ladies and gentlemen, 15th in High Limit Racing points. Please welcome to the stage the crew chief of the Vermeer Motorsports number 55, Clinton Boyles, and the driver, Chris Wyndham. Should be able to reach the mic, Chris, I think, hopefully. Thank you. There you go.
Well, first off, I just want to congratulate and acknowledge High Limit on their inaugural season. It was a lot of fun to be a part of the first year and seeing everything they are growing towards the next few years. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Congrats to the 49 team and Brad and Casey on their first championship with High Limit. And obviously, Clinton, Carson, Wyatt, all my guys, we couldn't have done it without them. I think, you know, we had a really good group going up and down the road every week, especially when things aren't quite going the way you want them to go. I think when you can have a group of guys that all can still keep their heads up and power through every weekend, it makes it all go a little better. NOS Energy Drink, Lauren Albano, we obviously wouldn't be here without you, and your continued support throughout my whole career. We've been together for quite a while now, actually. It's pretty crazy. So, and obviously all of our other sponsors, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Maxim Trucking, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds, Logan Contractors, Sundollar Restoration. It takes everybody to get us standing here at the end of the year for this. So thank you to all of them. And lastly, I just want to thank all my friends and family for their continued support year in and year out of, you know, the grueling schedule that we tend to have. And I'm sure Georgia and a lot of my family are home watching on Flow, so say hi to them, and thank you to everybody. I hope you have fun celebrating tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again next year.
Real quick, just on behalf of Tony and Jim Vermeer, just want to say, you know, thank you to all of our sponsors that have supported us all year. You know, really had a lot of fun this year working with Chris, and appreciate his, you know, patience throughout the year, hard work, dedication, and Carson and Wyatt also, your first year for those guys. So thank you to High Limit, all the officials. I know it's not an easy year for you guys. You don't get enough credit. So I appreciate that. Mark with FloRacing, really appreciate your support, and look forward to next year.
Clinton, Chris, great job. And we now continue our climb up our high rollers, our full season regulars in the championship earnings. Now we move to our 14th place finisher in 2024. This veteran of motorsports has championed sprint car racing literally his whole life, from owning the most successful sprint car team of the last decade to living out a dream this year in completing his first ever full-time national tour following a 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. That alone, I think, deserves a big round of applause, don't you? Our 14th place finisher ended this year on a high note by picking up his best finish of the season with a 5th place run earlier this week back in Missouri at Lucas Oil Speedway. This team and driver also will leave the banquet here this evening with a complete magneto blueprint, thanks to our Heat Race number 3 sponsor, BR Motorsports. So at this time, let's meet your 14th place finisher team and driver.
Out of Enumclaw, Washington, it's the Casey Kane Racer with Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane Screen Print number 9. Here's Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your 14th place points finisher in 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing from Casey Kane Racing with Mike Kerb, driver of the number 9, Casey Kane. And now, Casey, unfortunately, I've gotten some frosting on my finger. We know it is your son Tanner's 9th birthday back home. He could not be here, so everybody at High Limit Racing wanted to celebrate with you and Tanner. There's a cupcake with the number 9 on it for him.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Tanner.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Yeah, happy birthday, Tanner. Number 9. That's crazy. He's already 9, but such a good kid. We have so much fun. Anyways, wanted to start by just thanking Kubota, Flow Sports, all the drivers and the teams this year. The competition, from whether you're battling for the lead or battling 10th, 15th, I mean, it's all through the field, and that was it was intense. It was something else throughout the whole season. So everybody that was part of that, great job. Really enjoyed being part of it myself. To Brad Sweet, the 49 team, another championship. Unreal what you guys do, the preparation, and just every year what you bring to the track, whether it's during the race, if something happens throughout the race, you guys get back out there and right back in position. I mean, all those things matter so much when you're going for a championship, and what Brad brings to the table as a driver. So it's to win the first high limit championship, and off, you know, everything that you guys have done together is pretty incredible. So way to go, 49 guys, the whole Napa team. I have to thank all my team members, Wayne, Peyton, Josh, Matt, Justin and Carson came in mid-year and really kept me going. It was kind of just me at that point, so it was me, Justin, and Carson. Then Jake Brody did an awesome job when he stepped up and came in and helped us. Josh came back. Tate, you've been awesome, man. You started at Eldora, which was so cool, and just what you've done since then has been really, you know, awesome. I mean, my cars have been great, and just everything you've done has been really good. Andrew, big part of KKR in the past, and winning championships, races, everything in the past, and came back, and instantly I feel like the 9 car was better when you showed up. So in all aspects. So thanks a lot for all of that. Lethal Lee Stauffer, the last 8 days was just a blast to work with. He's not here tonight, but we still had a lot of fun the last 8 days, so that was really cool. To my car owners, the sweetest car owners in the business, Anna, Tanner, and Amy, thank you guys so much. There was some nights you guys could have fired me, absolutely, and you didn't, so I appreciate that. But just going up and down the road, whether we were barbecuing at midnight, having a great dinner, or traveling across the country, Las Vegas, California, Pennsylvania, New York, like didn't matter. We had a really good time together. So that made so much of the season, you know, it just made it really fun and enjoyable. And the water parks with Tanner. Whether it's water park, amusement park, anytime we saw one and Tanner was with us, we were there. So really enjoyed that. Thanks to all of our great partners. Mike Curb, Curb Records. Mike's been with us since for 19 years as a full-time sprint car team. And I mean, you need people like that to be part of this, to make it go. And he's been part of every championship over the years, every win, everything that KKR has done, and appreciate it so much. Dan Davis and Brumos Collection, Kane Screen Print, Phil Durst and his family always have supported KKR over the years. Maxima Racing Oils, Napa Auto Parts have been a great partner over the last 7-8 years. Factory Cane Shocks, Kubota Racing Engines, Maxim Chassis, Weld Wheels, Tahali Self-Storage at Tahali, Kevin Rudine, Walker Performance Filtration, FK Roddens, Chasm Safety Products, K1 Race Suits, Ultra Shield, Schoenfeld, Schroth, BMRS, Engler, DMI, Kading Performance, Smith Tie, and Willwood. All of our partners have been a huge part of the success of KKR over the years, and myself getting to be out here running this tour this year with High Limits was thankful for all of you guys. So also just want to thank everybody at High Limits, Kubota, all the officials, Mike Hess for being a great race director, you know, giving us all the direction, information we need throughout a night. I mean, all that stuff means so much as a race car driver, and Mike does an unbelievable job with that. All the other officials throughout the night to make the show go. I mean, I feel like the High Limit show is the best show in the business in dirt racing, and I love being part of it. Kendra, everything that you do, and from this tonight, both of these rooms are just you know, just really cool spots, and I feel good being here, and I think everybody does. It's a great spot, but the information you give us throughout the year to know where we're at, what we have to do, what's next, all that stuff matters, and we appreciate it. Eric and Lisa, the T-shirt road. I think the T-shirt deal is as fun as anything I've been part of. Like, we go out there and all the trailers are set up, the fans are there, whether there's a band, whatever's going on, it's just enjoyable, and everybody does a great job, and it's a lot of fun. The fans are enjoying it, the kids are out there having fun, and we really enjoy that stuff. So thank you all. And then, what else do I got? Brad and Kyle's vision on High Limit Racing. I think I'm happy to support it. I love supporting. I'm going to support it as much as we possibly can. And I know what Brad brings to the table. When he puts his mind to something, he goes all in. And I'm just glad to be part of that and glad to support that as a car owner with 2 teams. You know, it feels really good to be part of that. And Kyle and what he brings to it. So I just want to thank everybody overall for that, and just really happy to be part of this series and thankful for the year that we had. So everybody have a great night. Thanks.
Nice job all year, Casey. Casey left his cupcake. I know Tony didn't get to finish his dinner, so Tony will be taking care of that a little bit later, I'm sure. Oh, here we go. Here you go, Amy. Tony, sorry. Not going to be able to get the cupcake. Now we're going to get on to our next special award. Next up, we will honor the Musco Lighting Most Improved Driver. And here to present this award, on behalf of Musco Lighting, please welcome to the stage, Vaughn Blythe. Musco Lighting came on right at the beginning of the year of High Limit Racing, and we appreciate their support so very much. Here he is, Vaughn, and he'll introduce you to the winner of this award.
Hello, everybody. Great night. Before we get into the presenting the award, just kind of wanted to tell you why Musco and myself, why we wanted to be a part of this so fast. First of all, it's Kendra. I met Kendra about 5 years ago when she was working for Knoxville. And of course, I live in Oskaloosa, just down the road. And when I first started talking to Knoxville about changing out their lighting, that's when I first met Kendra. And then obviously when she left there to go work at High Limit, Brad and Kyle and everything that you're building, I believe in it. I know Musco does. I think sprint car racing is in a great spot. Obviously, from our standpoint, we light a lot of these tracks. There's a lot more to do. The number one, there's two main things that I'm passionate about from a Musco standpoint. One, you need to have a safe place to race. And not all the tracks are lit properly. And again, that's on me long-term to work with the track owners. And then also the entertainment side of things. Listen to Market Flow talk about this with everything that they're doing. This is what it's coming to now. You guys have all raced at Knoxville. We spent the first 45 years at our company just turning lights on and just leaving them on. Now it's all about, yes, turning them on, but then all the fan experience stuff and chasing them around. So that's why I tell people I lost all my hair, because it drives me crazy if something's going to go wrong when we do that. So, but anyway, just again, I appreciate High Limit, Kendra. Just thank you for letting us be a part of this. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think the future is bright. So from the award standpoint, this person maybe started off maybe a little bit slow throughout the year, and then obviously, came on strong at the end. So the winner of this award is Rico Abreu.
We'll get into the numbers here for Rico in just a moment on how he became the Musco Lighting Most Improved Driver. Gotta get the fist bump with Tony, as per usual. Rico, take it away.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's really cool. I think we talk about the safety of our sport and, the direction of everything and just how, impressive it is for the lighting of some of these tracks. And I think, I applaud you and to where you're at with this industry and the vision. It's incredible, and to see where High Limit's at, like I said, it's really special. So thank you for all you do for the sport of sprint car racing, and from a season of mine to where I've started and to where we finished our sport's really difficult. So it can be really difficult to put up good results, and for you to have a vision of of a driver to overcome boundaries and comfortability in a race car. And I think we get the luxury to race at some of these tracks that have inefficient lighting to efficient lighting, and like Port Royal and Knoxville and Texas Motor Speedway this weekend, and you see the big difference in lighting. And I think that's applaud from us to you to see something like that, and thank you very much. Yeah. Really appreciate you.
Vaughn Blythe and Rico Abreu.
Yeah.
Rico, the numbers don't lie on this one. He had an 8.8 average finish through the first 25 races. He turned it around to a 5.7 average finish in the last 24 races of the year. And with this award, a $5,000 check going to Rico for the most improved driver. Continuing on with our points finishers. Our next driver and team took on a new challenge this season. After being on the road for 10 years with the same series, it was time for a change of scenery. Things started off hot for this driver with a win during race number 4 at Golden Isle Speedway in Georgia. Other strong moments included a top 5 at the Skagit Nationals in Washington, along with a runner-up finish during the 4 Crown Nationals at Eldora Speedway. No matter what the result was for this driver, though, he always had the best attitude in the pit area, and he always put a smile on everyone's face no matter how the car ran. And I know that things can get emotional when he comes up onto the podium here to present these awards. Let's meet our 13th place points finisher.
From Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pels Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, Weinbrenner Motor Service, Lawrence's Body Shop number 1A, it's Jacob Allen. What a move right from Jacob Allen, and he will win Deuces Wild at Golden Isle Speedway.
With 1 win, 7 top 5s, 17 top 10s, and 51 races, please welcome your 13th place finisher in High Limit Racing points, the driver of the Shark Racing number 1A, Jacob Allen.
All right. I'm doomed. I suck at this. I try to be tough. I never make it. So, I want to congratulate, all the teams, drivers, staff members for completing the season. It's not always easy. Racing with high limits this season has been fun, and it feels pretty cool to be a part of the first season. I want to thank all my sponsors and people that make all this possible. RF Knox, Pell's Tire Service, The Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, DMI, Triple X, Smith Titanium, Newman's Racing Engines, Sanders Wheels, All Pro Cylinder Heads, Factor King Shocks, K1, Bell Helmets, Ultra Shield Seats, Schoenfeld, and Chasm Seat products. I want to thank my team for all their hard work, dedication, and time. This is where this stuff gets tricky. Dad, that's the big one. Thank you for all you have done and do for our race team. Thank you for putting up with me and believing me. I ain't going down the line with Bob. I love you, Dad. You'll always be the MVP, the most valuable player of our team. And yeah, you're a good dude. Tyler, thank you for being such a loyal team member for all these years. Thank you for managing and taking care of all the things that goes into making sure the team gets up and down the road, getting the car maintenance and ready for the races, all the work around the shop. I'm very grateful to have you a part of the team. Rob, thank you for coming on board late in the year after a crew member left us out of the blue with no warning. You have fit in well and been easy to work with, and I hope to see you come back to the race team in 2025. Now, I saved the most important person for last, another tricky person, my wife, Hannah. Hannah, I know you're watching. I swear, I'm a little tougher than this, but it doesn't show in these moments. All right. Thank you for all your hard work in the t-shirt trailer. You should be proud of yourself and all the work you do and the time you put into your t-shirt business. You do a great job. Hannah is also the backbone for me and knows how to make me laugh. Another person I'm just gonna... I love you so much. I cannot wait to be a parent with you. Yeah, all right. Well, that is all I got. Now that my job here is done, I have to move and prepare for my next job, which is being a dad. So wish me luck. Just wish me luck and think about me. And safe travels to everybody. Take care and peace.
On behalf of our first heat race sponsor this year as well, TJ Forge, Jacob Allen will also receive a $500 product certificate to TJ Forge. Jacob, great job this year.
How about having to follow that up quickly? We're supposed to just move on to the next driver each time one of us come up. But I have to say something. Early in the season, Brad was on the High Limit Room podcast, and he referred to Jacob as Jake Allen. And I don't think that was by mistake, Brad. I don't know if you had any intention behind it, but Jacob Allen didn't come to High Limit in 2024. Jacob Allen's with the old series. Jake Allen came racing with us in 2024. And the distinction is a clear one. Jake Allen was a much looser, lighter, and noticeably happy guy in the pit area. And I hope that was the same for a lot of you, but so many times that guy right there gave me I'm sure you, Chase, and so many of us over at that table, plenty of time in friendly conversation, whether it was about things I was asking for the broadcast or just talking about life. Jake Allen, you are one of my favorite people in this room. I'm grateful you were part of this series this year, and I love you. But if you ever cry like that in front of me again, we're going to keep on trucking. This season's 12th place finisher came into 2024 riding high after capturing the 2023 All-Stars Circuit of Champions title. 2024 saw an expanded schedule of races, a tougher field of competition to go against for the team from the Pacific Northwest, which is currently based in central Indiana. Sparked by a 4th place finish in the second feature of our 2024 season at East Bay Raceway Park, this driver and team's highlight of the 2024 season, at least on track, came with a trip to the podium thanks to a 3rd place finish at New York's Outlaw Speedway in a race that they led the opening 15 laps of the feature. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your 12th place finishing team and driver.
Out of Angola, Indiana, the $100 Restoration Ford Performance Sage Fruit Race Union Foundation Hager Realty. Number 26, here's Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise in car number 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, he put down the video game controller long enough to be with us here tonight. Out of Angola, Indiana, the driver of the Rudine Racing, number 26, this is Zeb Wise.
Far from the year we had hoped for sure. Obviously riding a high from last year, but and believe me, Carini was quick to remind me of how bad it was going every driver's meeting, I think. So, but first off, I need to thank Kevin and Monica Rudine, John Hager, Kim and Jason. I know you guys are watching back home in Indy. Just everyone's a part of this program, Rudine Management. Like I said, obviously it was a really tough year on everyone, and but we never gave up. My guys, Tyler, Brandon, Balin, there were probably many nights where they wanted a different 4 bolts in a seat in that thing, but they never gave up on me, and I never gave up on them. And to the last race, we're not quite done yet, but to the last race, we gave it our all, and very thankful for them. Thank you to everyone at High Limit, Flo, Brad, and Kyle. What you guys have put together is awesome. Congratulations on the championship as well. It's clear what the vision you guys had is, and that's to give us teams and racers a chance to race at more money, a lot more. And although I didn't really take much of it, I watched it gave out to a lot other drivers, but yeah, it was really cool to even have the opportunity to race for that kind of money every week, it seemed like. So thank you to all the competitors. I have never raced against such a tough group of guys every single night. There were nights I was racing for 12th with some of the best guys in the country. Well, it seemed like every night. But it was definitely a very tough year, and I'm very thankful for you guys for pushing me to the best of my ability. Thank you to Faith. This is my first national, well, I guess I ran midgets, but first national sprint car schedule, and all that means is more time on the road to bitch and whine and complain, and she had to hear all of it. So thank you to her for putting up with me. Yeah, absolutely. But thank you guys. Hopefully we have a great night. And again, congratulations to Brad and Casey on your guys' championship.
Now, unfortunately for Zeb, there is no Driver Dog Award of the Year, or else I think Kai would have won. Maybe next year, Zeb will have a Dog of the Year award, just not this year. Now, our next driver finished 11th in the point standings this year. It's a guy that I've known for a very long time, and I've been friends with for a very long time. We actually raced against each other. He used to wreck me all the time. I was slow and in the way, but it was okay. Going into 2024, our next competitor took on the biggest slate of races as a full-time driver in his career. And in the middle of it all, he became a father as well. Most of the time, you could find his orange and black number 88 car making its way forward in most of the main events. He had a plus 93 positions in the features this year. Also this year, he got off to a very good start, a third-place result at the season opener at East Bay Raceway Park in Tampa, Florida. He then proved all of the doubters wrong with an emotional win at his home track at Silver Dollar Speedway during the Gold Cup Race of Champions on a prelim night. Other highlights included a second at the Riverside International Speedway during the Midweek Money Series and a fourth at the Lernerville Speedway for the Commonwealth Clash. Tonight, he will also receive 4 free torsion bars from our second heat race sponsor, DMI Racing Components. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your 11th place points finisher.
From Minden, Nevada, it's the Smith Titanium Factory Cane, Maximum Oil, Mississippi Valley Transportation, King Concrete, Ron Gross, Motorsports number 88. Here it comes, Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88. Tanner Thorson is going to win Night 3 of the Gold Cup Race of Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 1 win on the season, 5 top 5s, 16 top 10s, an 11th place points finish for your driver of the Ron Gross Motorsports number 88, Tanner Thorson.
All right, I'm like Jacob. I'm not very good at this stuff, so I'm going to make it short and sweet. But first off, need to thank my wife, always putting up with me, and she's been strong this year. Being pregnant, it's been pretty difficult. So everybody that has a kid, they know what it's about. So this has been a trying year for us, and I think the big thing is my car owner Rod Gross for believing in me, and I don't know where I'd be this year if it wasn't for him. I kind of was not on the downhill slide of our career, but I was to the point where I was basically over it. So thank you, Rod and Nancy Gross, for sticking it out with me. And like I said, it's been a trying year. So I got to thank Brenton Marvel's he's been with me for a long time, it seems like, and we've done a lot of good things together. And so thank you. Thanks High Limit. Thanks Brad. You guys, I talked to you a little bit at the start of the season to make it happen. And we didn't even have a wheel wrench 4 weeks before the first race. So hats off to my guys, all the vendors and everybody that's been a part of our team to kind of stick it out with us and make stuff happen for us to get out there. So thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you guys next year.
Chase, will you go over there? You're freaking me out.
I hate when you walk towards me looking at me like that. I'm going to go over there.
Yeah. Congratulations to Tanner Thorson. We get ready to move to our top 10 at championship points. We haven't even said hello to everyone watching live back home, thanks to FloRacing's live coverage of this banquet. And quickly with that mention, I have to say, not only is this banquet being produced by the guys that produced our races all season long, but I think they're doing a great job at it tonight. They've done a fantastic job bringing over 50 nights of national sprint car racing from coast to coast, back and forth, to fans all around the world. Tyler McKim and Chet Christner are the 2 full-time guys in our truck and trailer, and they make it possible for your friends, your families, and your sponsors to watch live. How about a big round of applause for FloRacing? If Tyler McKim could keep me from talking on the intercom that we have live during the races, I swear to you he would do it in a heartbeat. Before we move into our top 10 championship point earners here this evening, we pause to introduce to you the winner of this year's Butler-Built Professional Seat Systems Hot Seat Question Award, and that is still a very long title. This honor belongs to the driver who made the most appearances in FK Rod Ends dashes and therefore answered the most Butler-Built Professional Seat Systems Hot Seat questions all year long. Which again, more than 500 questions by fans were sent in to ask you, the drivers and teams. Again, I think that's a big deal that fans care so much about your guys' lives and the funny little things they brought up. The fans really cared and submitted tons and tons of questions to be asked during the redraw wheel in 2024. Whether it was talking about his favorite breakfast cereal, his celebrity crush, or what song he prefers to karaoke to the most, which I think he said he would do tonight up on the stage, this driver told us an awful lot about himself due to the fact they qualified for 30 of the dashes at our 51 races completed in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up the driver of the Napa Auto Parts, number 49 for Casey Kane Racing with Mike Curb, Brad Sweet. Brad probably got very sick of talking to me when it came to those questions, and the one thing I heard the most was, let's get going, let's start the dash draw. Brad, let's get going, let's start this answer.
I see the timer up there. Kendra's on it. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds, but just think Butler Belt. Obviously, we need partners to make all this thing work. So, yeah, dashes and questions and fan engagement's been fun all year. I think it's been cool to show a little bit more about ourselves instead of just a generic question. So, yeah, just cool to win a seat. I think our seats are a little worn out, so it'd be fun to get a new Butler Belt seat and go again next year. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, whoa. You said you were going to sing. Later, he says. Depending on how the night goes, I believe him. So now we move to our top 10 in our championship earning positions of our 16 full-time drivers here in 2024. The team who finished 10th in this season's championship began the year with a pair of top 10 finishes in the first 5 races. An up and down year was complemented by a 5-race run out on the West Coast that never saw this team finish any lower than 10th position in feature competition. Easily one of the most loyal competitors in High Limit's young history, as this driver has attended every single race since the series' inception back in 2022. The driver from Visalia, California, and the Iowa-based race team were a staple of High Limit Racing and their broadcasts in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, your 10th place finisher in this year's championship standings.
Also on the track, out of Visalia, California, the Commercial Edge NDT New Direction Transport P&L Holdings, Elliot's Custom Trailers, Ridge Development number 8 of Corey Eliason.
Ladies and gentlemen, ending 2024 in 10th place with Kubota High Limit Racing. From Ridge & Sons Racing, please welcome Brian Ridge and the driver of the number 8, Corey Eliason. That's a fancy belt buckle, Corey.
Just, yeah, everybody just admire my belt buckle. That's the coolest thing I think I got going on tonight. Brian doesn't want to talk, even though I tried to tell him that all 5 minutes was his, so he's still over there. But just thank Brian and Lisa Ridge and Jeff Kettles for giving me the opportunity to come out and run. The High Limit staff, especially B-Walks for helping text me, and probably Carini for helping out, especially when I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. And then everybody else, you know, just I feel like the High Limit's really done a really good job at, you know, helping the drivers kind of, I guess, be a little more professional until you get someone like me up here on the mic. So I just got to thank John Folkens for helping us, letting us stay in PA a lot since our team's based out of Iowa. Elliot's Custom Trailers and Fatheads Eyewear. And I think, Brian, I think this is your time to shine, buddy.
Well, Corey's leaving this on me, so I do want to thank High Limits. It's definitely going to grow and be big, and we're proud to be part of it. I want to thank our sponsors. Folkens is a major part of our operation, and we're proud to be associated with them. I've raced against them and with them over the last 30 years. And Corey's done a great job. Jim Shuttleworth and Brogan have been on the road working hard every day, and certainly very proud of everything they do and the hard work they put in. All you guys out here that are on the road understand them 2 o'clock in the morning, car washes and up at 7 and going at it again, and that's super hard. And most people don't realize how hard that really is. And so I appreciate everything that they do, and I appreciate everything that Brad and everybody with Flo is doing to promote the sport, and we want to be part of it, and we want to continue to grow it. And I want to thank everybody. Thank you.
Corey Lyson might have the best belt buckle here, but he's got the worst taste in sports teams. And sorry, buddy. Yeah, Vegas. Come on, man. It's terrible. Now, we'll roll on to our next driver, a guy that I've lost a lot of money with this year going to the casinos. Most of it was his fault. I will never bet on 6 again on the craps table. Here we go. There were many highlights throughout the inaugural season for our next driver. He may not have visited Whiskey Myers Victory Lane in 2024, but he was close several times, including third-place runs in his home state at Lawrenceburg Speedway and another at I-70 Speedway. He was 5th at the Bob Weichert Memorial and 7th during the Tuscarora 50. From May 13th at Kokomo to July 13th at Portsmouth, he was in the top 10 in 10 of the 13 races ran. The season came with some hurdles. After the West Coast swing, he had to drive a different car to finish out the final 6 races of the campaign, but he still made it happen. Here is your 9th place points finisher this year.
The racer out of Kokomo, Indiana, the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars, Town Line Variety, Indy Race Parts. Number 9P, here's Parker Price Miller. Marks Rico, Brad Sweet, and Parker Price Miller all right on top of each other for 3rd.
Is it the parade lap or is it lap number 23 of this race? I cannot tell.
That is high-stakes chicken right there. Who is going to lift first?
Ladies and gentlemen, with 6 top 5 finishes on the year and 20 top 10s, please give a round of applause to the driver of the number 9P 9th place points finisher, the law firm, Parker Price Miller.
I had to make some key bullet points or I'll just ramble on. First off, got to congratulate Brad and the whole KKR team. You guys have been the standard for the past, 5 years, and we all want to be like you guys, but just congratulations on another good year. Thank you to the whole High Limit staff. You guys sacrifice just as much as we do, if not more. So thank you for your efforts and your sacrifices, especially Carini for keeping morale really high. I'm sure, like Zeb says, he keeps your head up whenever you're pretty down. Our year did not go as planned. We started out the year with a crew chief, and we just, split ways at the beginning of the year, and I actually ended up having to be my own crew chief for, the rest of the year, and it wasn't ideal. That's just, it was pretty overwhelming trying to focus on racing and, what your car is doing. So it was very overwhelming, but, very thankful for the process and, the opportunity. So, I learned a lot about my race car. I learned a lot about, the behind the scenes of racing that, a lot of fans and, people in the stands don't get to see. So very thankful for that. We had a lot of ups and downs. Like they said, May through July, we had a great year. Had a great Kings Royal week. I went out west and I don't have much experience out there and really struggled. But like I said, very thankful for the experience. It was very humbling. Luckily, I had 2 great guys to do it with, Danny and Hayden. They weren't here tonight. Hayden had to go back to New Zealand. Danny had prior commitments. So thank you for them. They stuck it out with me. It wouldn't have been possible without them. Last but not least, I need to thank my fiance, Lauren. So another great thing that that came from this year we got engaged out in California. Did not like that state at all, but that's one good thing that we came out of that state. So very thankful for her and her commitments. She could be a full-time job, and she chose to to stick it out here with me. So when we have a bad night and I get in my t-shirt trailer and drive down the road, at least I get a smile at her and travel down the road with her. So thank you, Lauren, and I love you very much. As of now, I do not know what my 2025 plans hold, but I hope to be back here with the High Limit Series. Thank you.
Great job, Parker. Congratulations. Chase, good to see you. We move now to our 8th place. Is that where we are? Yeah, I think we're on to 8th place. Yeah, I'm losing track. If anybody sees a Crown and Sprite walking around out there, let me know. We are now on to our next driver. 2024 was the 3rd season for this Indiana driver and the Pennsylvania-based race team as a pairing. Back-to-back 5th place finishes in the 2nd weekend of the year in Georgia, following a 10th place finish on the opening afternoon of racing. Remember when we raced in the day at East Bay? That was crazy. Those starts signaled a strong, signaled promise for this combination going into the new season. A trip to the podium in the 8th night of racing in Oklahoma was backed up by a return to the front stretch at Kokomo in May of this year. 2024 ended on what I think most would agree was a very high note, as this next team we're about to introduce you to and their driver rattled off 5 straight top 5 finishes, including a trip to the podium at the Four Crown Nationals on Saturday of the Eldora weekend. Thanks to his sponsor, True Timber, this next driver also bagged his first ever spring turkey between our races at Riverside and Lakeside in April, and I was there to watch him blow its head off. Let's meet your 8th place, thanks Trent, let's meet your 8th place finishing team and driver.
And here's Spencer Maston from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Cambo JRC Transportation High Performance Lubricants entry.
High Limit 410 sprint cars are green here at Utica Rome Speedway. Quickly 3 wide for the runner-up spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was told this one might be a little tough to get this pairing up on stage together, but it does not seem to be the case. With 5 podiums, 11 top 5 finishes, and 25 top 10s for this pairing, from CJB Motorsports, with 25 years committed to the game of national sprint car racing, would you please welcome crew chief Barry Jackson and his driver Spencer Baston.
So it was a little over 3 years ago, this guy texted me, and at the time, I was bouncing between rides and really trying to piece something together and pursue a childhood dream to compete full-time with a professional race team. And I still remember the excitement that I got when I received that text from him asking if Audrey and I would join him and Chad for dinner to discuss the 2022 year plans. And it's crazy 3 years have gone by, but I'm forever grateful for that opportunity that he gave me. And having the opportunity to work with someone like Barry Jackson, it teaches you so much about the industry and what it takes to compete on a professional level. And I'll forever be grateful for him and all he's taught me, and our owner Chad Clemens with providing both of us with the opportunity to go up and down the road and do what we love. So he's getting off the road after this year, after a long successful career, and he deserves every congratulations, every applaud, and every pat on the back, because it was an honor getting to work with him, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. congrats to Brad and Casey for continuing on with their legacy and their world domination, it seems. It's been a lot of fun to race with High Limit, and thank you to all the crew members and all the officials that put on this show, Flo. You know, it's really, really cool to see what High Limit's doing, what Brad and Kyle and JP and all their vision is for the sport of sprint car racing, and it's a new beginning, and I'm happy to be part of it. My fiance, soon-to-be wife, extremely thankful to have you out here with me, because it definitely makes this a lot easier of an experience and more enjoyable. And I look forward to our future together and continuing on to have her help me live my dream. So it means a lot, and so I'll hand it over to Barry. Like I said, it's with him retiring at the end of this year. I want everyone to give him the biggest round of applause, because I think he deserves it after his long career and a lot of success. So I feel fortunate to be a small part of that.
Thank you. Oh, I'm not the best at this, but it's bittersweet. I'm just proud. I'm proud to be a part of this group. I'm so proud of every team, crew member. I know how hard you guys work. And believe me, I'm not the best public speaker up here. But let me bring somebody out here I'm super proud of. We grew up in this deal together, and we're both bad at this. I've watched him receive different awards over the years, and we've worked so hard and try so hard to do the best for you guys. And just moving forward, I'm proud of the High Limit Series and what Brad and Kyle have started, the High Limit group and what they've done. I've done this in a couple different scenarios, and it's great. You guys, I told you this the other day. You've done a great job. And anything I can do in the future to help, I will. I'm proud of my team. You need me to come up? And I'm proud of this guy. This is a little special treat, because this is somebody, we've started this a long time ago.
It's a long way before we knew anybody in this room. When you're talking about mentors that don't get any bigger than this guy, he's the whole reason I'm racing right now. I lived 3 miles from his house, rode my bike to his shop with Larry Jackson, and he's the whole thing that gave me passion to race and to have the mindset, the work ethic, and everything. He taught me that. So I think Don said it at Lincoln the best, is you work just as hard to run 14th as you do to win a race. So I would need everybody that's a mud scraper, car chief, crew chief to stand up and send out one of our own legends and send him out the right way.
Love you, buddy. Thank you too, bud.
Thank you very much.
One real quick thing. I just salute everybody in this group, whether it's a car owner, mud scraper, like Ricky just referred to, crew chief. I respect all you. This deal is so hard, and you have to persevere and grind, and that's all I can say. You just grind, and that's what brings you to success, and that's what my motto has been for years, just work. So congratulations to Brad, the 49 team. They do a great job. High Limit for a great inaugural season, and good luck to all you guys down the road. I support you with all my heart. Thank you.
One more time for Barry Jackson. That is actually the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, being here. No, let's keep moving on here. Move on to 7th place in points this year. Yet another driver that added to the sheer depth of the field with High Limit Racing in 2024 is our next competitor. We all knew he was going to visit victory lane at some point in time this season. We just didn't know when it would happen. After 5 podium finishes at Golden Isles, Lake Ozark, Utica Rome, and Tri-City, he finally got a Sunoco Racefield's checkered flag at Eldora's 4 Crown Nationals, which also marked his first ever win at the historic half mile and his first win of all since High Limit's race at Kokomo in 2023. Let's meet our 7th place points finisher.
This racer out of Monrovia, Indiana, in the Avanti Windows and Doors, CoastalRaceParts.com, Big Spring Car Wash, number 13. This is Justin Peck.
Justin Peck trying to rip the lip. Justin Peck will go in the middle. Avery to the bottom. Tries a big slider. Off of turn number 4. Drag race to the line. It's going to be Justin Peck. Hits the wall across the line and gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 44 laps led on the season, 1 win, 15 top 5s, 30 top 10s, and maybe the most controversial playlist of the year, with a 7th place finish in the point standings, driver of the Buick Motorsports number 13, Justin Peck.
First thing I want to say is if anybody in here has taste in music, they would love my playlist. No, in all seriousness, I want to give a huge shout out to my crew chief, Sean Strasball, Jake, and Candy. It's been a trying season, and they've stuck with me through all of it. They've given me pats on the back and, really helped me through the entire year, and ultimately we were able to pick off a win towards the end of the season. I don't think any of us really would have thought it would have taken that long, but it did, and, all in all, we had a fun year together, and I want to thank Tom Book for the last 4 years of being my car owner, and it's been a great 4 years. We've had a lot of fun together, but unfortunately, it's just, it's time for us to part ways, and I couldn't have found a better ending to the story of running the first full year of High Limit together and capping off a win at the historic Eldora Speedway. So thanks to everybody that ran all year with us. Thanks to all the officials, and looking forward to next year.
Justin, once again, congratulations. Chase, anything?
I cannot remember to stay over here, Tony.
Yeah, remember at the beginning
going.
of the night when we both went over there, and then you started going over there? Let's go back to that. As we move farther and farther up close towards our championship presentation, massive thanks to Mark Floriani. I said that one thing about a Crown and Sprite, and boom, I got one over there. So, Mark, you a real one, okay? Thanks a bunch for that. You're supporting my habit. Thanks a lot. Yeah, where are the old fashions? That's what I want to know. After, Zach, after. I identified him by his voice because I can't see anything up here. So how about also a big round of applause. He's been working the Stairmaster over here, going up and down, taking pictures with everybody after he presents them their award. Our series director, Mike Hess, has put so much into this program in 2024, and he's putting his steps in right now. He can hear you, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Hess. Would you believe it? Would you believe it that when he called me to offer me the job back in December, he said, well, everybody else said no. I love you, Mike. Let's move to our sixth place finisher. Thank you. Somebody get Zach a drink. New money. New money. That was one of Chase's nicknames. New money, payday. These are just a few of the nicknames this up-and-coming star in sprint car racing earned this year. But more importantly, our next driver earned lots and lots of on-track successes in 2024. Despite it being his first ever national tour full-time commitment, not many in this room can honestly say that they had much doubt in our sixth place finisher's ability when out on the racetrack. A top 5 and a podium all in the same day to begin the 2024 Kubota High Limit Racing season was truly only the start. Back-to-back wins here in the state of Texas and the next night across the Red River in the state of Oklahoma in April put the other high rollers on notice. What sometimes felt like a win or crash trying attitude was actually just our uncensored look at this driver and his team's raw desire and commitment to win races. He has certainly set a whole new standard when it comes for young and up-and-coming talent racing a sprint car at the national level. How about we now meet the driver who wore out the top side of every racetrack we competed on in 2024.
Out of Clovis, California, tonight driving the Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, SinCal, number 14, BC. Here's Corey Day. Hits the tractor tire, turn 1. Corey Day bounces off the wall in the back straightaway and takes the race lead away. And it's going to happen. The 18-year-old goes to victory lane at RPM Speedway.
Drag race all for 4, Corey Day, the new leader.
Corey Day to the top spot, your Durst Dice Roll driver. It's going to be 2 in a row for the 18-year-old driver. Corey Day wins at Red Dirt Raceway. Corey Day to the outside. He's going to take the lead down the back straightaway. Corey Day using the extreme high line. And Corey Day through 3 and off of 4. He's going to sweep the first 2 races of the Midweek Money Series. Cole Macedo tries a slider for the race lead. Here comes Corey Day. Corey Day from 15th to the lead. You can call him Corey Payday. He gets $20,000 at Lake Ozark Speedway. It'll be the biggest payday of his career. Corey Day wins the Gold Cup Race of Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth place finisher in the 2024 championship standings. Would you please welcome from Myers Constructors, Jason Myers, and the driver of the number 14, Corey Day.
Yeah, I think like everyone else said, I'm not the best at this. It's a lot easier when you're in a driving suit and got adrenaline and you're on the front straightaway. But, you know, just a big congrats to the 49 team, of course. You know, like Spencer said, they've been on world domination basically for these last 6 years. So big congrats to all you guys. And, you know, thanks to the whole High Limit staff this year for working so hard and, you know, just never giving up. And yeah, thanks Carini for always letting me know that I suck, or even when I'm good, he tells me how I messed up. So yeah, and thanks to, you know, B-Walks and just everyone else that's, you know, put in the work. So, you know, I got to give it huge thanks to all my guys. You know, there's a big group of everyone that believes in me, and, you know, being an 18-year-old kid, having the support to go do this at the highest level is, you know, I think the biggest thing of all. So, you know, Preston, Jason, HP, Eddie, Shane, Stefan, Jordan was new this year, but, you know, he fit into all our shenanigans perfectly. So, you know, Kenny's here, my mom and dad are here. So, just, you know, thanks to everyone that's, you know, believed in me and, you know, given me the tools this year to go do this for a full year. So, you know, congrats to all you teams for making it, you know, through the first full year of this deal. You know, I don't know exactly where my career is going. Unfortunately, it won't be full-time with this next year, but, you know, when I do come run a sprint car, it will be with High Limits. So, you know, just thanks to everyone, and yeah, congrats to all you teams.
First of all, I just want to thank Corey. Not only thank him, but really congratulate him. To be 18 years old and be out on the road, I know a lot of us know how hard that is, and really not just necessarily the driving and the racing and the tracks that you see, but just the psychological level of the up and down of the sport. We talked about this last night, and in my opinion, for all of you in this room, like you will never do anything in your life that is more up and down than this sport. You get into business, and sure, it's up and down, but on a much slower amplitude than what you have here. And the great thing about this sport is if you're down, wake up tomorrow, you might be up. The bad thing about it is if you're up tonight, wait till tomorrow. And that's just the way this sport is. It's very unforgiving. It's also very rewarding. And this team, Shane, Jordan, Stefan, we weren't even a full team until May. And to see what they've come out here and done this year and the work that they've put in, the effort that they've put forth, and working with Corey, who, you know, he sits up here and says he's an 18-year-old kid. Like, you're not a kid anymore, bro. You're 18. But really, to be out here, you know, I don't know that we really had expectations up here this year. We know what Corey was capable of. We all believe in him. Everybody on the team believes in him and puts their best foot forward. All of the sponsors that are involved with the team believe in Corey and what his capabilities are, as well as everybody else on the team. And just to see what they came out here and did this year, they did a great job. So really proud of them. Shane, I'm very happy for you to get the credit that you deserve. You put in so many years. I got the ability to work with you when I was still driving full time, and to have you back on our team, you and your family, you're very important to us, and really, really happy for you and the success you've had this year with Corey. To all of our sponsors, many of who are in the room here tonight, some watching at home, thank you for all of that you do and for believing in us and what we're doing. We couldn't do that without the leadership of FloRacing and Brad, what you're doing here this year with the High Limit Tour. I really, really believe in what you're doing. Brad, your leadership here this year, I don't know where he went, but just, there he is. But I really want to say this, like, I stand up in front of people a lot in business and what I do. And Brad, when you stood up at Knoxville this year and led the owners meeting, and that's an intimidating thing. Everybody in that room most of them are business owners. Most of them are successful. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. And for you to stand up in that room humbly with great leadership and respect for all of those individuals in that room and ask them questions, and not ask them questions so you could check the box, but ask their questions because you really wanted their input. And in my opinion, that's great leadership. That's how you lead. You take the value of everybody in the room, you add that up, and that's how you create real success. And I see you doing that. I believe in it. It's what we do. It's Preston and I and getting back involved in this. It's what we believe in our businesses. We believe it here. And we're just happy to be a part of it. Mark, thank you for taking the chance on this sport. And I think the sport has a lot to offer. I think it's finally getting its time in the sun. And I'm very thankful to still be part of it and to be up here with you all. And I think the value of the people in this room, that's what makes this so special. It's not very special to go out and win something in a low-value situation, but in a high-value situation like this, that's what makes this special standing up here. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to everybody that's involved. And we're excited about next year. We will continue to support this series because we believe in it. We believe in all of you, and excited to be back next year. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Jason. Now, before we get into our championship top 5 drivers here tonight, we have another very special award that we are excited to hang out, or not hang out, we're already hanging out. We're going to hand it out. Let's try that again, I typo here. The Kubota Genuine Parts Spirit Award is an honor that acknowledges an individual in this room who is optimistic, compassionate, giving, and has an authentic attitude, although I will disagree with that one for a guy that won it. This award was voted on by all members of the series that traveled this year. In a moment, series director Mike Hess will come to present the award, but before we would do that, we would like to thank Kubota Tractors for the huge commitment they made this year to High Limit Racing this season, and welcome up Director of Product Support at Kubota Tractors, Mr. Marcus D'Souza.
Wow, bright lights up here. Good evening, everybody. It's been a great evening. Had some things written out to talk about it, but it's hard when you come here late because everybody tells all the great stuff ahead of you, so I don't want to be repetitive. Congratulating the teams, applauding you guys for a great start of season, so this is fantastic. So I wrote a few things that I'd like to share with you guys. But first, from on the Kubota side, I want to thank two people that actually opened our eyes to high limit. You know, Tori Huckabee, which she's here with us tonight, and Mike Shabrek, who actually recognized the potential, how this new thing is growing, and really fought for us to start sponsoring that. And it has been a really, really good opportunity for us. So it's an honor to be here with the High Limit Sprint Series Banquet, celebrating the dedication, passion that drives this sport. As a parts director from Kubota, I can tell you that having the right parts expand our longevity, efficiency, and how well our machines work. I think the same thing goes for a racing team, right? Everybody is a very, very important piece of it and how it works. That's why the Kubota Genuine Parts Award isn't just about recognizing someone who keeps things running. It's more than that. It's about recognizing and honoring the excellence, the attention to detail, and the commitment that defines their work. Whether it's a team member or it's a high limit person, employee, or if it is a crew person in one of the tracks that we race. Everybody plays a key role of making sure that we're safe, we're enjoying, and we're successful in and off the tracks. So tonight we'll celebrate the person not only that continues the success on their team, but also ensures the spirit of excellence is always present in this series. It's my privilege now to turn to Mike to present the Kubota Genuine Parts Awards. Thank you all, and here's to another great year.
All right. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. We've got 36 cars signed in. Oh, wait. Wrong notes. That's for you, James. Anyways, before we get to the Spirit Award, I just have some thanks. Thank Kubota. We had Kubotas out on the track this weekend. Obviously, they did a good job, and without support of great companies like that, we can't do what we do. So thank you, Kubota. Thanks, Flo. I also want to thank Kyle and Brad for giving me the opportunity. It's a little different role. Learn as we go. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Yeah, Ricky hates H2O. He wants to fill in, what is it, West Memphis, make it a bass pond? Also want to thank all my officials. It's a different role for me. It kind of plays in. It's different, and obviously the officials are they become family, and sometimes we yell at each other like family. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to have anybody else out there doing what we do, because I firmly believe we do it the best out of anybody in the country, and we'll continue to do that. So thank you guys. Lastly, I want to thank all the teams and the drivers. I've been on the road for 8 years, went through other things and whatnot, but the professionalism of everybody in this room all year long is outstanding. If we have a problem, everybody used their head and, just talked it through or asked questions, or even if they didn't like the answer, they just handled it professional, all the way from everybody, teams, drivers, crew chiefs, except Ty. He gets a little screwy at times, but yeah, everybody's so professional. It was the pit areas. It just, everybody is in a good mood most of the time, and it's a nice environment to be in. So thank you. So let's get to the Spirit Award. We talk about the Spirit Award. It was voted on by anybody in the High Limit family. It didn't matter if it was a team, crew, driver, midway, t-shirt, trailers. We wanted everybody to vote on it for the person they thought brought the most spirit every night. This person definitely brings spirit all night long. Definitely spirited, sometimes over-spirited, sometimes yelling at him to shut up, but He definitely brought a lot to our program, and you know, yeah, there's a lot I could say about him. Shut up, Green. But he makes the show better. So I'll just, without further ado, it's Tony Laporta.
Tony, congrats. Here's your award. I was giving that to you, but mostly I was just trying to get back over to the other side of the stage for the 23rd time.
Does this thing work? Karina, you're drunk. Anthony's drunk. I said jokingly a week ago, not thinking I had any chance of winning this, because honestly, why would I? I said if I won this and I found out $5,000 went with it, I said if I were to win that award, every single penny would go towards hair transplants, and that's exactly where it's going. Sorry, Anthony and Brian are drunk. Man, this year has rocked, and it's been because of everybody in this room and all the teams and drivers who who weren't full-time with us. And I was talking probably during the red carpet deal with Clinton about this. Man, for 2 years doing the video deal over at the Outlaws, man, I did not enjoy what I was doing. And I had, and nothing against the organization, it was the job, right? I always compared it to, would you rather drive the race car or groove the tires, right? Nothing against the tire guys, but you guys would probably rather race it too. And driving them, to me, since I can't do that, is talking about them. And I've done that for almost 15 years. And then at the end of 21, I ran out of opportunities. And I didn't think I'd ever get to do it again with the way things ended at USAC. And man, for 2 years, I just was not sure, and I doubted myself every single day. And but I also believed that I'd get another chance. And Brad, I was banging on your trailer door, it felt like, every weekend during that West Coast swing in 23. And you heard me out. And you and Kyle trusted me. Yeah, he was cheap. Yeah, on that note, just in case anyone doubts it, I walked away from the most money I ever made in my career doing the video deal over at the Outlaws to come over here and be a nightly contractor again, because I believed it was because I believed in what Brad and Kyle were doing. Thanks, Ricky. And I just wanted to be back to talking about not just the race cars, but the people who make them go around these tracks, because you guys are the shit. So for every crew guy, driver, family member, official, staff member who stopped and took time with me and walked over the little stuff, let me touch their race car. Let me ask them the stupid questions and really let me have some of your time. This award is in large part due to you. So thank you very much. And Carini thinks I have the worst attitude in this building. Guess what? I do got him fooled, Anthony. I knew stuff in that ballot box would pay off for me. And I ultimately just have to say a massive thank you to my girlfriend, Nicole. She was someone who at the beginning of the season, we looked at the things that were going to change in my life if I went back to being a contractor and getting paid only if we raced, which drivers, now I understand your pain. She was someone who said, yeah, we can make this work. We can do it. And man, if she wouldn't have had my back and stuck by me, I don't think I'm here and I don't get a chance to do what I love again. So there's a ton of people in this pit area with a ton of spirit. Like I said, Jake Allen, James McFadden, Rico Abreu, Clinton Boyle. So many of you guys have so much spirit and make not just sprint car racing, but high limit racing incredible. So to everyone in this room who took time and gave it to me this year, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.
A standing ovation, Tony. Hey, you got something on your shirt.
Yeah, I am. I gotta go again.
What? Oh, you're up? Oh. Well, that gives me a chance to turn my page. No, I'm doing fifth.
Okay, go ahead.
I have it wrote right here. Now, real quick, a story about Tony. Before the season started, I don't even remember what month it was. It had to be January, when I was still working for the Outlaws as the pit reporter, doing what Tony's doing, and he does it way better than me, I promise you that. We went down to Florida, Tony and I. He was going to be my video guy. I was going to do a off-days segment playing mini golf with David Gravel. We went down there, and I knew that Tony was talking to Brad and Kyle about trying to be the announcer next year, or I guess it would be this year now. And that, a couple days before I went down there, I got a call from Mike Hess, and he asked me if I wanted to do the job. And I didn't know, and there was a bunch of things running through my head. And I flew down to Florida to go play mini golf with DG2, and Tony was there filming the whole thing. And then after we were done, I dropped him off at his hotel, and I told him, hey, Tony, I got to tell you something, man. Mike Hess called me and asked me to be the announcer next year at High Limit. And Tony, his heart fell out of his ass. It did, because that's what he wanted so bad. And I knew it, and I felt so bad for him. I still do to this day, but I'm so glad that it worked out, because I don't know who else would be able to do this job as good as him. So one more time for Tony Laporta. Move into the top 5 in points. After a 5-year hiatus from a national touring schedule, our next driver, the former Kings Royal and National Open champion, joined the High Rollers for a coast-to-coast run. He opened his season with 14 top 10 finishes in a row, which at the time led the series. He would cap off those 14 races with his first win in Pontoon Beach, Illinois at the Tri-City Speedway. Just 6 races later, he would do it again at Grandview with a last lap pass for the midweek Money Series victory. But the year would come with some challenges as well. He was down a crew member after a work area incident at Lake Ozark. Plus, in the middle of the West Coast swing, he was on baby watch. But he persevered and finished the season with a bang, winning the finale at the Texas Motor Speedway dirt track last night for $50,000. He will receive a complete Magneto blueprint from BR Motorsports, our 3rd heat race sponsor on the year. Let's take a look back at our 5th place points finishers season.
The racer out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, Baps Paints, McGrewBid.com. Number 19, here's Brent Marks.
On the last lap, and Brent Marks goes by. Brent Marks goes by. One last time in a 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4. It'll be Brent Marks with the win. Marks trying to hold on with a damaged race car. Gets into the cushion off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Gets into the cushion. Right rear is going to hold on. He'll be the 2nd Durst Dice Roll winner of the year. Brent Marks gets the win.
With 3 wins on the year, 14 top 5s, 34 top 10s, and a 5th place result in the High Limit Racing point standings, please put your hands together, not unless you only have one, together for the driver, the Murray Marks Racing number 19, Brent Marks.
Good evening, everybody. This is really special for myself and my team to complete another year on a national scale. It's I've taken some time off away from competing for a title. Spent 3 years on the World of Outlaw Tour, and just changed things up for myself and my life, and had a lot of success. And it just really thanks to Brad for talking to me and showing me your vision, and Kyle as well, what this series could be and what it would mean for myself and my team. And I wanted to be a part of it, and I'm really proud of you guys for what you've built and what you continue to build. And this is really cool to be a part of it, and I'm proud to stand up here tonight. So thank you to Flow Sports for your support, all the High Limit crew and officials for everything that you've done. And first and foremost, regarding my team with Murray Marks Motorsports, I need to thank my guys. Heath, Fudd, Jared. We grinded up and down the road every single week. working extremely hard to be successful, and it is hard. This is a hard sport. You know, we've had some adversity this year. You guys pulled through. You know, Fudd with his injury is just heartbreaking for myself, for him, our team, and to really try to pull through that was difficult. And you know, so proud to have him back with us, and so proud of my team for working as hard as they do. We've had a lot of tough nights this year, unfortunately, and it's been difficult. So to have them stick by my side and uplift me every single week, and you know, me vice versa to them, it's just been an honor working with you guys, and to continue to do this for years to come. I'm just so thankful for you three, and also thankful for Tom, Jim, and Kim, who come and help us whenever they can. You know, they're super dedicated, and whenever we're home, they're always at the shop helping out in any way they can. So I just wanted to mention them tonight. And you know, I need to thank Alan Murray. You know, he's a huge part of this team, you know, with Murray Marks Motorsports, and has been supporting me since 2016, and it's got me to this point in my career to where I can compete at this level and you know, run nationwide, and it's just been really special. So thanks to him, and also, you know, the most important person in my life, the light of my life is my wife Bailey. She means the world to me, and you know, we welcomed our daughter Jocelyn into the world in September, and such a blessing and a wonderful moment for us. And you know, I've been through a lot personally this year, just with you know, not being as successful as I had hoped we'd be, and she was the first person there to uplift me and just to keep me you know, in check at times, and also, you know, the first person to make me smile. So thank you, and you know, thank you to my family for always believing in me and giving me the support that I need. So thank you all so very much. You know, and the rest of our sponsors, you know, we cannot do this without them. M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com, BAPS Auto Paint Supply, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, Livewire Customs. You know, so fortunate to have them with us here tonight and experience this with me, and it's wonderful. So, you know, to have my whole entire family here tonight, my mom, my dad, my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, Donnie, you know, Heath, Jared, Fudd, thank you all so very much. And all the product sponsors that we have that puts all the pieces of the puzzle together, thank you so very much. So this is an honor to complete another season, and you know, cheers to next year.
Congratulations, Brent Marks, as we are now in our championship top 5. Big thanks. We just found out we have nearly 3,000 people tuned in live right now on FloRacing's YouTube watching the banquet here with us. So, what's that? You're welcome, Zach. Thanks for having another drink. Let's move now to our 4th place finisher in the 2024 championship standings. Don't worry, I'm not going to back to. Friendly and fast. Friendly and fast. That is how I will always think of the driver whose team earned 4th place honors here in 2024 with Kubota High Limit Racing. Making his annual trip around the globe to come race in the shark-infested waters of North American sprint car racing could harden and make any man maybe a bit tough to be around at times. Not our next driver. Never without a smile or an encouraging word for friend, fan, or fellow racer. This driver makes every pit area he is in a better place simply by being in it. Thankfully, we only had to suffer 4 races this year without this Aussie in our pit area following travel issues at the start of the season. And thanks to Super Sub Dominic Selzy, the team didn't lose much ground in the championship fight, obviously, as they're now inside the top 5 at the end of the season. This driver racked up victories, drank out of his shoe, and took a few big rides. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your 4th place finishing driver and team.
At Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Roth Enterprises TRD HR Livestock Transportation number 83. Here's James McFadden.
McFadden goes to the bottom, off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be at the line?
just gave me some sort of cocktail there to smash out of my chute because I couldn't find a beer. And the fruit went in it, so it was a bit disgusting when I put it back on.
Ladies and gentlemen, ending the season with 3 feature wins, 17 top 5s, and 33 top 10s from Roth Enterprises. Please welcome driver of the number 83, James McFadden, and his crew chief, Brent Ventura.
Hi. I was going to use my 5 minutes to teach Brad how to pass me because all 16 of you did. So thank you, everyone but Brad. Anyway, what a way to end my career, headbutting the fence. No, honestly, what an opportunity to be with High Limit. Obviously got to do a lot of really cool things with a lot of great car owners over here, and I think this year has been the funnest year that I've had on the road and been a part of. So credit to High Limit, everybody except for Anthony. So yeah, you know, Tony and Chase, they've done an awesome job. High Limit, Mike, there is no one better to race under than Mike. So I think High Limit are on their way up and better each year. So to my team, Brent, Kayla, thank you. Thank you very much for doing everything. Nah, would. No, but honestly, Brent, Kayla, thank you for everything you guys have done, and I know it's hard to be on the road and to sacrifice a lot to be able to come out here and do that. So, Kayla, thank you for allowing Brent to come and fulfill my dream and probably his as well. He looks a little like Dennis tonight, doesn't he? Woodman, you can't say much more about Woodman. He's you know, he's more than Woodman to us. He's Uncle Woodman to Mavo, and he's a lifer. There isn't anyone that I wouldn't want in my corner more than Woodman. You've done everything for me, mate. Thank you. Keyroy, Keyroy, as Mavs calls him, thank you for filling in for us for the rest of the year, and obviously Bob for the start of the year. It's really appreciated. Mavo and Zozo, thanks for living my dream. On the road in the motorhome when the slides fall out and the motor blows up and I'm standing on the side of the road in my jocks with grease all over me, and you guys still think it's great. I don't know why, but Mavs started recently just saying, Dad, I think you need to get a little more speed to pass Rico or Brad. So clearly, Mum's been talking to him way too much in the pit area, but no, I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me over the years. It's hard to come to a different country, move away from family, away from everybody that you know and everything you do know, and move from a house to a fucking motorhome. And then, and live in Walmart car parks, so.
We ain't done, cunt. We are not done, cunt. We're gonna finish this out, and we're gonna do it right.
Yeah, that's the Woodman. It's like I said, it's probably not 100% public knowledge, but I'm not coming back full time next year. It's gonna be home. You know, we've got way more important things to do in life, and I've had an unbelievable time. I feel like Jake Allen, Jesus. But it's not the end for sure. I'm gonna come here and probably send Brad a couple times just to make sure it's good. And like I said, I think High Limit has been the best part of my career over here so far, and being a part of it, and the vision and the things that are going on, and then in Australia. And I hope I'm a big part of that in the future to come. And Dennis, Teresa, obviously for the opportunity, and man, 3 years at Roth Motorsport, who would have thought? I'm pretty happy with that. And
Sorry? Is that more whiskey or? No, just and everyone that's honestly, man, there's nothing better than seeing everyone fist pump Mav and just give him the time of day. It's been everything for me. Thanks.
Just to reiterate what James said, I can't thank Dennis and Teresa enough for the opportunity they gave us this year and the past couple of years to, like he said, to live our dream. And it's been a great time, James. I love you like a brother. Wood, I don't know if I've ever met a more loyal guy than Wood. Keone, thank you you've been a lifesaver to finish the year this year. Thank you to Mobile One for coming on this year. Thank you to Toyota. Toyota Power has been awesome for a couple years now. Andy Graves, I don't know if there's been a bigger believer in me and James than Andy. He's been a great ally and a great friend. So many people to thank. I have personally my own 3 biggest fans, my wife, Kayla, my mom, my Nana. I know they've watched every race and just been a big supporter of me. And like James, I won't be on the road next year, but I got to go home and be with my dad. I know he's been he's been a part of Roth Motorsports for forever, and I can't thank him enough either for this opportunity. And Brad, Eric, Casey, congratulations on another championship. Brad, I'd say after Saturday night, I think maybe you'd buy us a round of drinks. Thanks to the High Limit crew. It's been a great year. It's been a ton of fun, and just thank you, everybody.
And we're not done yet with these guys. One more. Shuey. And Brent's got the boot off. This is awesome stuff. James got the Aladdin shoes. One more Shuey. Roth Enterprises. My favorite McFadden story, real quick. After the races at Chico one night, we were playing left, right, center at about 3 a.m. And McFadden comes out of nowhere, and he's yelling and screaming. He must have had a couple of cocktails, kind of like tonight. And I go to roll some dice, and one flies off the table, and he goes, "Hey, mate, your dice rolling's about as good as your announcing. It sucks." Couldn't agree more. All right. Checkmate. All right. Let's move on. Hey, Rod. That is what I always heard when I was talking to this guy. That was the first 2 words out of his mouth every time I saw him. As one of the sport's most popular drivers, it was on everyone's mind when he would finally make the jump to a full-time tour. 2024 was the year that he finally committed, and I'm sure looking back now, he probably wouldn't second-guess that decision. Winning 8 races on the year, including back-to-back scores for more than $100,000 at the Skagit Nationals, and a week later winning $57,000 at the Tuscarora 50. It was a dream season. One of his wins came in thrilling fashion at Lernerville Speedway during the Silver Cup, where he wowed the spectators with an 8th to 1st drive, scoring a $4,000 Durst Dice Roll win for a lucky fan. He truly was a joy to have on the road this year, and you could always expect a fist bump from him every time you saw him. Ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd place points finisher season.
He's out of St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu Curve Agajanian Racing, Arc Zone, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Wise Agency, number 24. It's Rico Abreu.
As they work down the back straightaway, Rico to the inside is going to take the lead away. Rico Abreu underneath the Brent Marks. He is so back. The Empire State of Mind. It's going to be Rico Abreu getting the win. Rico Abreu now the back-to-back winner of the Race Redeem Foundation race at I-70 Speedway. For the 6th time in 2024, the Durst Dice Roll is claimed for $8,000. Rico Abreu gets the win at Lernerville Speedway.
Rico has kicked it into high gear. He can smell it. He can taste it with 6 to go.
Abreu is going to cash in at the High Limit Room. It's a $102,626 payday. Make some noise here tonight. for Rico Abreu. Nice catch. How about it? First time Tuscarora 50 winner, Rico Abreu gets the job done. Abreu barely clears it right there. He's done it again. He's won at the 4 Crown Nationals. Rico Abreu gets it done.
With 8 wins to go along with 21 top 5s, 36 top 10s, it's a 3rd place finish in the overall point standings for the driver of the Abreu Curb-Agajanian Racing number 24, Rico Abreu.
I just make it short and sweet here. Thank you guys. Thank you High Limit, Biwak, Carini, Trent, Cody, Rodman, Mike Hess, TLP. Thank you guys. You guys, Kenny, you guys made like it really appreciating to be at the racetrack. So I think it's really, you know, our sport is really difficult to be a part of, and it's really, I just don't know how to put it in words, but it's really intense, like us as drivers, and then you have a separation from the drivers to the team owners to the team members, and it can become very difficult at times throughout the season, and a lot of ups and downs at the flow of the sport. And you see as us drivers get up here and become very emotional, and it really hits home. And I see James, and you know, I know Brad's gonna come up here, and you know, congratulations to the 49 team and their effort in this season, and you know, James and Corey and Tyler, and you know, it becomes these seasons become very intense as you get older, and it becomes very satisfying as you get race results throughout the year. And it's you know, I feel like I get up here and I get up on the front straightaway at times and thank my team and understand like their development throughout the season. You know, and really I come here to this banquet and want to talk about High Limit and what they've done for the sport, and you know, and what Casey Kane's done for the sport, and Casey Kane's racing, and you know, and the separation from us to the World of Outlaws. And you see these 16 teams follow a series for 60 races. Like, applaud them. Like, I think it's really important that we understand that, and we understand where our country's at in this world. And it's you know, really fucking cheers to that. Like, it's you know, I sit here and I've found something in my life that I really enjoy doing, and I've grown up and gone through all the difficulties in life and understood. You know, I'm 32 years old and see the younger generation. And I remember when I was 18 years old and Brad Sweet let me stay in his house in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I knew I wanted to be a race car driver, and that just goes way back to understanding like what I wanted to do as a person. And you know, and my my intelligence of racing and understanding kind of just where the sport needs to go. And it's you see someone that's so driven and you want to get behind them, and then you see a series and all the personnel behind it. So it's been very intriguing to see. It's been very supportive, and I support all of you guys, you know, till the day I die. I mean, this is where I want to be. And you know, I see J-Mac get up here and get super emotional, and it's hard not to, because this is you guys all in here. You could become family to us, and I have a lot of partners in this room that have supported sprint car racing, and some of them never understood sprint car racing until now, and until they've understood the series and my, you know, accomplishments to the series, and they've you know, it's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate my team. I appreciate you guys, you fans, all you fans watching on Flow. Mark, thank you very much for supporting sprint car racing. Brad, Kyle, High Limit. You know, I know we kind of go on and on here. The angel donor, Ray, thank you very much for, you know, supporting, you know, these causes that not everybody gets to understand throughout the years. And, you know, it's Mike Hess, thank you for ripping our asses sometimes throughout races. And it humbles us really quickly, and we understand where the sport needs to be. And I feel like we set the bar really high, and, you know, we're definitely ready for next year.
With the third place result in the points on behalf of Comp Cams, Rico Abreu and his engine builder, Speedway Engines, will receive a $200 product certificate as well for their efforts.
Congrats, Rico. You know what the best part of that speech was? When he stood there in the wings waiting for his video to end, he looks at me and goes, dude, I don't even have anything to say. That was a lie. Congratulations to the hairy wall banger himself. One more time, Rico Abreu, folks. Finishing second in this year's final championship standings is a team that was in the fight from the very first night of racing here in 2024. Starting the season with a run of starting the season with a run of 10 top 10 finishes out of the first 11 races we ran, which included 2 wins in the first 3 races. This team earned victories and podiums on both coasts thanks to their iconic sponsor supplying them with plenty of human horsepower. See what I did there? On top of a runner-up finish in this team's first ever full national tour in wing sprint car racing, they also are the champions of the Midweek Money Series. And just like how that Midweek Money title was decided by going to the second tiebreaker of most second-place finishes in the season, this driver picks up the most appearances, the most FK Rod Ends Dash titles the exact same way as he earned the Midweek Money Series Championship here in 2024, and the $2,500 that goes along with that thanks to FK Rod Ends. This team also picks up a certificate for $300 from Comp Cams on behalf of their engine builder, Stanton Racing Engines. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look back and meet your runner-up finishes in the 2024 championship with Kubota High Limit Racing.
Out of Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, number 7 BC. Here's Sunshine Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in car number 7 BC.
Sweet around the outside, Sunshine to the inside. Sunshine's got the lead off of turn number 2. Tyler Courtney takes the top spot away from Brad Sweet. He will win the first ever 410 sprint car race here at Golden Isles. Give it to Tyler Courtney.
Courtney goes to the top side. Might go by both of them, and he does. Tyler Courtney took for the price of 1 in turn number 4.
He'll have to go to the bottom here. Sunshine on the high side, left him a lane. Now he crosses over, race for the lead into turn number 1.
Here comes a slider up the racetrack. Tyler Courtney's got the race lead. Corey Eliason's there as well.
Out of 4, the Indianapolis native Tyler Courtney wins at Kokomo.
He's not going to get there in time. Tyler Courtney for the lead down the front straightaway, takes it away. Tyler Courtney to the top spot on lap number 25. He is going to come from 9th to the win at Lucas Oil Speedway. With a dual 40Hs for 50K to win. Tyler Courtney still with the race lead down the backstretch. Tyler Courtney is going to survive tonight at Lernerville and win the Commonwealth Clash. Tyler Courtney gets it down to Lernerville.
Ending 2024 with 6 wins, 23 top 5s, and 32 top 10s from Clausen Marshall Racing, your championship runners-up. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a warm welcome to Richard Marshall and the driver of the number 7 BC, Tyler Courtney.
First of all, just want to say how much fun I had this year with everyone involved with High Limit Racing, and everyone associated, everyone at that table over there. It's having a great time tonight. And Mike, Brad, Kyle. I remember a couple years ago, more than a couple years ago, Brad and Kyle were in my motorhome at Kings Royal and came up to me or didn't come up to me, but said, "Hey, what do you think about us putting a little mini series together with big purses and things like that, and with the idea of turning it into a national series?" And I said,
why not? Just go ahead and do it. And here we are, a little over 2 years later, and we just finished our first national tour with the High Limit Racing Series. And thank you to Kubota for making that happen, and FloRacing and Flow Sports as well. I remember watching Flow Sports to watch my cousin wrestle the state wrestling championship in about 2010 or so. So it's been cool to see the progression of Flow Racing and Flow Sports, and it's just been an amazing season for me and my team. Thank you to Nostin Energy Drink, Ellie's Cousin Trailer, Spire Motorsports, my whole team, Jake, Ron, Bobby, Richard and Jennifer Marshall, Tim and Diana Clausen, Lauren Albano with Nostin Energy Drink, my girlfriend Asia for sticking with me for especially these last couple of months where we've struggled quite a bit. But and then also hats off to Brad and the entire 49 team. Man, I thought I was a pretty damn good points racer until you come up against a team like that. So you guys are damn impressive, and what I think every team in here aspires to be. And I hope you guys take that as a compliment, that you guys are the mark that we set ourselves at. And it's just damn impressive to see what you guys do night in and night out. And just super, super happy to be a part of this whole series and be a part of my team who hasn't given up on me, 1 ounce during this season. And, hopefully, like Twitter says, it's pretty scripted that Brad won his own series. So hopefully we get the script changed next year to where somebody else can win maybe a little bit. And, and also to the guys that are departing this season. James, he's going back home this year. But it's been an honor to race with him, and you get to know him and his family. And Barry, you're a legend in the sport, so thank you for everything you've done up until this point. And excited to be back in 2025, and like I said, hopefully change that script to where the 49 team doesn't win his own championship.
I've been to a lot of these. One thing in common, at least with a lot of them, that I can think of is they ought to sell tickets to see Jacob Allen up here. Thanks to our sponsors, as Tyler already said, but man, I just love sprint car racing, and it's such a privilege to share this room with all the people that share the passion for it, and the passion is real. So many speeches, the emotion is just unreal. 49, you guys are the bar. Once again, Tyler already said it, but huge congrats to all of you. We continue to chase what you do, and your consistency is obviously unmatched as well. Brad, I remember the night you came to me and said, hey, I want you to hear about my vision and my idea and my goals. And we sat down and had a brief visit. But it's been really cool to have a front row seat to see you execute on that. And all the people you assembled here to make it happen. It's coming from the business world, that's something that's extremely admirable. To do what you guys did, you and Kyle both, in such a short period of time, kudos to you. With that said, I think there may be a consensus in the room that y'all should be promoted from the track to the front office and just let us all race. But thank you to our crew. I think our crew, any team, are often the unsung rock stars of this business. And it doesn't happen without them. And it's a great time to shake all their hands before they go home tonight, in my opinion. Thank you to Tim Clausen, my partner, my supervisor, Jennifer, who lets me do this. I think the last thing I just wanted to say, there's been so many people have thanked everybody in the room, but the fans are the real reason that we get to do this. And thank you to all the fans that come every week, that tune in to Flow, that make the sponsors have the ROI that we all have to pitch to make them come back every year. And that is so key we can't thank you enough. Look forward to coming back next year and running after you guys. Thank you.
Congrats to you guys on the second place run in the point standings. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin our champion's coronation. This year's championship winning driver piloted a car and represented a team that has been the class of national sprint car racing for the last 6 years. Our championship winning car owner has had a love and passion for this sport, which has led him to unparalleled levels of commitment and has resulted in pure domination. Please give a warm welcome once again and a recipient of 10 barrels of Sunoco race fuel to our championship winning team owner, the one and the only, Casey Kane. Not sure if Casey knew this was happening, but at least he's in the front row. Front row, so not a long walk. Right, Tony?
Yeah, here he comes, Chase. An incredible season. This team's 6th national championship consecutively. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Casey Kane.
I didn't know this was happening. Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate everything that's went on tonight to get another championship. Brad Sweet, the 49 team, is really unbelievable what they've done over the last 6 years. It all started 7 years ago with Eric Prutzman, and to me, his drive, his dedication, his direction to his team members, and from there, you know, the team has went from there. Ty has done an unbelievable job, 3 straight years at KKR. Appreciate you, man. Done a super job with the preparation of the car, how they run. Zane, what you've done this year is, you know, each week gets better and better. You know, overall the tires, everything that the whole team puts into it is key to winning races and points at the end of the season. And appreciate everything that everybody has done overall. And yeah, I just want to very glad that we're part of the High Limit Series. Glad to win this points championship, and thank Brad for everything he does. His mindset and as a driver is second to none. The way he looks at the races, the way he looks at the competition, and what he does throughout a night. Yeah, it's just he does it right. So have to watch him close and try to learn from him for sure. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to Napa Racing for all the support.
And now to honor our championship winning crew chief, please welcome back to the podium Series Director for Kubota High Limit Racing, Mike Hess.
All right, I just get down to it here. Crew Chief of the Year award is, it goes to the guy that deserves it. I feel he flies under the radar, a little underrated, doesn't get the credit he deserves, but his accomplishments speak for itself. Biggest wins in sprint car racing in the last 6 years or whatever it is, and most consistent car there is in the country. As Casey said, that crew gets it out on the track, and if it breaks, they get it back out. You never see the 49 DNF. Also, one of the best level-headed people in the pits to get information from. If you need to know anything, you just ask, and he just is very generous with information to me to help me out in my job and everything else. I think there was only one time where I saw him get excited, and that was at Dubuque. I believe he told me, "This is stupid," and I agreed. But other than that, that's what I got to say about our crew chief of the year. He deserves every bit of accolades he gets. One of the best in the business, Eric Prutzman.
I just really want to thank my guys, Ty, Zane. You guys are great. Worked your asses off for me. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have been possible. Casey, giving us everything we ever wanted. Thank you. Appreciate it. Brad, you're the absolute best. I couldn't have dreamed of working with anyone else. This has been a fabulous ride. Thank you. And Dana, putting up with me, that's all I can ever ask for. and I love you. Thank you.
No, you don't have to talk anymore. Also wanted to add, this year's Champions Engine Builder wanted to recognize Rob Kubota with his engines. Obviously, they run well. Gets a 500 Comp Cans product certificate. So just wanted to make sure he was recognized, and good job.
And now we'll move on to our final award of the night. Our champion, when I first met him and started interviewing him, I thought he hated me because he had to look up so high, and after a while he just stopped looking at me. And I never thought he would ask me to be the announcer for his series. But the driver receiving this trophy continues to add to his first ballot Hall of Fame resume with a 6th straight National Touring Wing Sprint Car Championship. Along with this championship came 10 high-limit racing victories throughout the 51 race campaign, the most in the series. Back-to-back wins at Southern Oklahoma and Salina High Banks kicked things off in the W column. The next time he won, it also came in back-to-back variety with a dominating performance both nights at the Lakeside Speedway for $50,000. 34 Raceway, Outlaw, and Port Royal Speedway were other places the Napa Auto Parts number 49 beat the competition. The Port Royal win ended a 35-race winless drought. He then got hot on the home stretch, winning 3 of the last 4 races. Let's now meet our 2024 High Limit Racing champion.
How do they get by top 5 finishes every night?
How do they do it? How does Cruzman Darlin do it, Sweet?
They're just bad to the bone. They're just badass wolfos. They cream always rises to the top. Just remember that.
The 5-time World of Outlaws champion of Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Racer, Mike Kirk, Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Maxima Race Wheels number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet to the top spot. It has taken 8 races, but Brad Sweet, the Big Cat, will finally get a win with Kubota Highland Racing in 2024. He wins the High Limit Hustle. Off of turn number 4, Brad Sweet, 2 in a row with Kubota High Limit Racing. Sweet, will he see a slider here? Drives it in deep? No, he'll run the bottom, and he might have the lead off of turn number 4. He does. Brad Sweet leads on lap number 14. And now Brad Sweet takes the lead. Larson and Sweet nearly got together off of turn number 4. Brad Sweet back to the race lead, and he pulls away quickly from the 57 of Larson. He wins last night for $10K. He'll win the Wilkerson Crane Rental and Forest Construction extra $10K and $50,000 as well at the Heartland of America Showdown. Brad Sweet gets the win. 3 and 4 for the final time at 34 Raceway. Brad Sweet off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be at the line? McFadden. It's Sweet. Sweet got him. It's a hat trick. Brad Sweet wins 3 in a row with Kubota Highlander Racing. Climbing up top, make some noise for Brad Sweet.
An incredible season, 10 wins, 35 top 5s, 44 top 10s. Here he is, your 2024 Kubota High Limit Racing champion, the Big Cat, Brad Sweet.
Thanks, everybody. I'm sure we're all ready to go party in the stockyards. I am too, but no, we got to take the last few minutes and finish this thing off because it was an amazing year. 365 days ago, it was an idea. And, when it becomes a reality, it takes a lot of good people to execute. And I can't thank my high limit staff enough. There's a lot of gratitude right now. We couldn't do it with without good people. And, executing night in and night out with the best people, makes it so much easier. So thank you guys. I don't want to name each and every one of you, but you guys know, we talked and we executed at a high level all year long. And thank you so much. I feel like High Limit was a success in year 1. It was an idea. 12 races seemed easy, and 60 races seemed a lot harder. But I think the vision and where we're going is there's a lot. That Kyle and I, JP, Mark, we've talked about that we're executing at a high level, and we're very proud of in year 1. and we'll keep going on all that. But from a race driver, I got to thank my team, because night in and night out, Eric, Ty, Zane, they brought it, and it's not easy. It's not easy to win these championships. It's not easy to win races. It's not easy to overcome the adversity that happens through a season out on the road. So, Eric, 7 years together, it's been amazing. Ty, when you came on, you brought a lot of energy to our team. Your one-liners are amazing. Zane, thank you very much. My wife and daughter, when we have a bad night and I call home and I get to hear Savvy, tell me how it didn't matter that I ran 7th or 9th or 15th or whatever I ran. It puts a smile on my face. So, I just can't thank them enough. My mom and dad are here with me. Can't thank you guys enough. Mark Floriani, I came to you with a vision for a new series, and let's put it on flow. We're going to create some content, and believe in me, and sending out a production crew with Chet and Tyler night in and night out to execute that vision and show hundreds of thousands of fans, these great drivers that deserve all the accolades they're getting tonight, what they deserve. I can't thank you enough. It's a great company, and they believe in what we're doing. The team owners, the drivers, the crew members, the girlfriends, the wives, man, I get it. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've been, the beginning of the Banquet, you had a good season, but you didn't accomplish, as much as you wanted, and it sucks, but keep your heads up. As you saw in that video right there, redheaded kid, not very tall, and not that height matters, but I'm just saying, I know, because Rico and me, we get along very, very well, but what I'm trying to say beyond my point was that you can overcome a lot of adversity along the way. If you have a vision, if you want to accomplish things, it doesn't really matter what anybody else says. This group right here, it was the most fun year I've ever had in sprint car racing. It was the value of a championship is dictated upon the competition, right? Like, if you want to win the best championship, you need the best competition. Well, this right here is the best competition in sprint car racing. From the top to the bottom, night in and night out. I was going backwards in every heat race and every AMA until I said, shit, I guess you gotta fucking go here. It's a different mentality at High Limit Racing, and we proved that. So entertainment value was at an absolute high. The energy in the room is at an all-time high. Everybody here wants to see sprint car racing go to the next level. The passion is at an all-time high. So I just can't thank everybody enough. It's the High Limit staff. Those guys that, 365 days ago, nobody in this room was doing the same thing they're doing right now, right? Those guys were working at different places. We were racing in different places. We didn't know where we were going, but we're all right here right now. And it's like, man, this is the place to be. Those guys brought it. They provided the little bit of, Mike's like, you got to get here. We got to end by this time. And Anthony, whatever, B-Walk, Cody. We brought Kennedy, Trent. It's just an amazing what happens when a group of passion comes together, and I'm just so proud of it. It's gratitude. I think Jake, he makes me cry when I watch him, and I can't express it like maybe James when he got teared up, like Barry, like these guys, like we all love the sport so freaking much. We just want it to go to the next level, right? We all just want everybody that's making the sacrifice to be rewarded. And that's why we're here. That's why we're in this room. And that's why we're all together. So I can't thank you guys enough. Ricky, Bobby, Barry, James. I'll forget it, people. But Casey Kane, I mean, what have we been doing this 11, 12, 15 years? I don't know. I was USAC when I started. Now, then I was Outlaws. Now I'm High Limit. So I just can't thank everybody that made this possible. My wife, my daughter, exactly. Hey, that's the point Ricky's trying to make. This isn't an individual effort. This is a team effort. So the standing ovation isn't for me. It's for you guys. So thank you. Let's celebrate. Let's finish the year. Eric, Zane, Ty. I just can't thank everybody in this room enough. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it.
How about it for your champion, Brad Sweet, ladies and gentlemen? Brad, congratulations.
Brad, don't forget your phone.
Brad, you want your phone?
You're already getting a phone call for next year.
I bet there's some cool text conversations in there.
Oh, yeah. Some good ones.
All right, Chase, we're done. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good, Tony.
Most fun banquet I've been at in dirt racing in 4 years. What did you guys think?
I didn't get to walk out here with $5,000 though, so not.
Yeah, you're right, and you won't. So you're also an employee this year, so congrats on the health care. My hip's been hurting, dude. Oh my God, it hurts. Thank you. Just like I said the first time I got to come up and talk, I don't think I said this part. This was the most fun year I've had holding a microphone in 15 years of announcing stuff, from go-karts to IndyCar to sports car racing to non-wing to this. You people in this room have made this year so incredibly fun. I hope everybody I needed to, the crew, Nicole in that first speech, but Chase, it's been amazing working with you this year. I'll be the first to admit, I was like, what are they thinking hiring you as the lead guy?
Me too. It's all right.
But you have put so much work in, and I don't know if I do as well without you. I don't know if you do as well without me. This year has been so much fun working with you. You want a hug?
Tony knows I hate hugs. I hate hugs, especially from men.
Chase is flaring up right now, but it's been so much fun doing this with you. Riding in that rental car with Anthony and Brian will make you just absolutely want to quit everything you do in life. But you've been awesome to work with. Everybody in this room, thanks so much for making this year fun. And if they ask me back next year, I'll see you then, all right?
Thank you, Tony. It was definitely a fun year. Just a couple of
days. We forgot to thank one person. A big shout out for all the drivers and crews once they come off the stage. Chad Warner has been snapping all these photos all night and all year. How about a round of applause for Chad Warner, folks?
I'll finish things off with a couple of thoughts here. 5 years ago, I nearly quit being an announcer. And now I'm looking like Jake Allen and James McFadden and all these guys, but I'm going to try and hold it together. I felt like I was spinning my wheels in this job. I was driving 7 hours a night to get paid $150 and not going anywhere. But with the encouragement from a lot of really good friends, my family, my girlfriend, who is hopefully still awake watching at home right now. Thank you, Maddie, for everything you've done for me. I'm glad that I did keep going. I have a lot of people that I would like to thank here tonight. And the first one is a guy who is not here tonight, but I hope he's still watching. I think he is. I really do not think I would be standing here right now and doing this job if it was not for Kyle Larson. From what I was told, he was on vacation in Mexico watching old videos of me announcing go-karts and decided, that's my guy right there. Losing my voice. So Kyle Larson, if you're watching, man, thank you so much. He took an enormous chance on a go-kart announcer with zero experience on the big stage in the booth and made my dream of being a play-by-play announcer for a sprint car series come true. Thank you as well to Brad, wherever he went, for trusting Kyle's decision and having me do this job and trying to sound good on FloRacing for all the viewers and all the spectators as well. I know he likes me now, so that's good. Before that, I didn't know if he liked me or not, but I think Brad likes me now. Mike Hess, I don't know where he went as well, But I remember exactly where I was sitting that day where he called me, sitting in my recliner that is now sitting on the side of the road because it was a pile of shit. But I will remember that recliner forever, thanks to Mike Hess. I still think about that call all the time. We've butted heads several times, Mike, wherever you're at this year, but I know it was because you wanted to make me better. And I'm trying to get to this sentence because this is very important. You wanted me to be the best I could, and you made sure to flip me off at all 51 races this year, including twice yesterday. So congrats on the consistency for flipping me off at every single race this year, Mike Hess. Hopefully you don't regret making that phone call now after having to set up and dismantle that big, stupid, shitty wheel a million times this year. Sorry to you guys as well for having to deal with that wheel. And sorry to Tony as well. He had to do it too. But thank you, Mike, for your help and advice. Also, thank you to all you drivers out there, all you team owners, all you crew guys for giving me the time of day. My travel partners, Tony, of course, Anthony and Brian. I don't know how I'm still alive, to be honest with you. I thought they were going to kill me at some point throughout the season. And, of course, thanks to all the fans as well for being patient with me while I got my bearings straight. And some might say I still don't even have them anywhere near straight. And I would agree. I still got a lot to do. You sure are. I'm 1 year into my career as an announcer. And I know the shot clock is, the clock's not even running anymore. I got one more thing to say here. I got a lot more to improve on. And I look forward to the future of High Limit. I see the vision that Brad and Kyle and JP, Mike, Kendra, all of the people, I see what they are doing with High Limit, and I know it's going to be the next big thing. Thank you all for being here tonight. It was an awesome year of sprint car racing. Enjoy the off season, and buy me a beer at the bar over there. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. It was an awesome year. We'll do it again next year.